Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Gyan Bhakti. We focus exclusively on spirituality, Vedanta, and Sanatana Dharma. Please subscribe our channel for mystical meanings of the scriptures and daily satsang. Our humble prostrations to all pervading Brahman or God, our worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayanand Maharaj, all sages in scriptures, and to the divinity in each of you. We are currently exploring the scripture, Mysticism of Mahabharata. Commentary is by Sri Swami Jyotirmayanand Maharaj and narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. So in today's satsang, we will study the episode of Jayadratha kidnaps Draupadi. Once when the Pandavas were living out their 12-year banishment in the forest, Prince Jayadratha, a remote relative of the Pandavas, was passing through the forest with his army and his many attendants. There he happened to come across the cottages of the Pandavas at a time when the brothers had gone out in various directions to look for food. When Jayadratha saw their wife Draupadi, he became so enamored of her that he remarked to his companions that after having seen her, all the women of the world appeared insignificant. Thus, by any means possible, he had to possess her. Jayadratha first tried to persuade Draupadi to come with him and become his chief queen. But finding that it was impossible to persuade her, he forcibly carried her away in his chariot. When he was reproved by the onlookers for doing such a deed, Jayadratha only turned a deaf ear to them. Soon the Pandavas returned, and having learnt of the kidnapping of their dear wife, they rushed to catch Jayadratha. In a very short time, they overtook him, and Bhima gave him a terrible thrashing. When Yudhishthira asked Bhima not to kill Jayadratha, since he was a distant relative, Bhima acquiesced and merely cut off certain portions of Jayadratha's hair as a form of punishment, leaving him with only 5 awkward tufts of hair on his head. Seeing him in this humiliated state, Draupadi and her brothers developed compassion and allowed Jayadratha to be released. Instead of going back to his home in humility, Jayadratha vowed revenge against the Pandavas. For this purpose, he went into the Himalayas and practiced intense austerity in order to please Lord Shiva. When Lord Shiva finally appeared and asked Jayadratha to express his wishes, he asked for the boon of attaining victory over the Pandavas in battle. Lord Shiva told him that as long as Lord Krishna assisted the Pandavas, it was an impossible task. However, Jayadratha would be given a partial fulfillment of his wish. For one day, and one day only, he would be able to dominate the 4 Pandavas, excluding Arjuna, in battle. As will be seen later during the Mahabharata war, this interesting boon granted to Jayadratha led to quite a colorful sequence of events as Lord Krishna demonstrated the invincibility of the Pandavas. So with this, we conclude this episode. This is Swami Nikhilananda. In tomorrow's satsang, we will cover the episode of the Yaksha at the lake. Hari Om Tat Sat.